Good evening, you handsome lot. Well, on the ramp today, I've got a 2010 Ford Fiesta 1.6 Zetec S. Probably one of the best engines that Fords have produced. Cracking little engine. And we're going to be doing a timing belt. I seem to be doing an awful lot of timing belts lately. But before we even start the job, I run into a little bit of a dilemma. I used to have the timing tool for it. And I don't know whether I've borrowed it out, lost it, misplaced it, or I've never had one to start with. One of them. But anyway, I've ordered one and it should be here in about an hour and a half time. But I think what we're going to do for now is make a start on it, get the coolant out of it, disconnect the battery, and little stuff like that. I tell you what, for the age of this car, like 2010, it's only done 51,000 miles. It's only done low mileage really for one of these. But it is a little bit, I think it's done a lot of standing because it is fairly dry underneath. But we are going to just, of course, get our receptacle. I'm going to drain the coolant. Oh, splashes of antifreeze. I'm going to leave that drain out for a couple of minutes. Now, if you lot don't know, or you've never worked on one of these engines before, or if you're just watching to see how it is being done, they've got a stretch belt on the alternator, no tensioner, so we're just going to get a knife and cut it off. Simple as that. And it saves a lot of faffing about. Now, to gain a little bit of access on where we're going to be working, we're just going to remove the driver's side headlight. Very simple to do. 2 T30s and a little plastic trim clip. Unplug the multi-plug on the back of the headlamp and it should just come out. You might have to just yank it up off the clip on the bottom there, but I'll show you that in a second. Look at all that room now that we've got there. Now I have already, if you haven't noticed already, I've put the engine support underneath. It saves using a jack and a block of wood. I'm going to go ahead with some 15s and 18s and just remove that engine mount. In all fairness, these aren't a bad job to do. Now, to get access to the timing belt, we have to remove the engine mount. To remove the engine mount, we've got to remove the alternator. But it's only a few nuts and bolts and it comes off. You've got that much room to play with. It's crazy. But yeah, alternator's off. We can put that on the side for the engine mount and the water pump pulley. And we can go ahead now and get this plastic timing cover off with a few 8mm. Now with that timing cover off, we can go ahead and remove this other half of the engine mount. Now for those that are asking how the DeWalt is keeping up, well, I'll tell you what, it is probably the best ratchet I've ever had or ever used. I'm more than happy with it. It's not too bulky. It gets in everywhere where I need it to get in, and I've not struggled once with it. There we go, that is one engine mount off. Right, well after a little bit of time, my new laser tool timing kit has just turned up. Berkey, the van driver, has dropped off. He said, Baz, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late. The traffic is bad. He's probably been sat in McDonald's somewhere. No, jokes aside. Thanks very much for bringing this out, Berkey. I know you're watching. Shall we get this engine timed up? Right, now what we need to do is get this cylinder 1 piston up at top dead center. Easiest way, I've done these over the years, take cylinder 1 spark plug out, get a long pick, drop it down. Can you see it there? And we can get on the crank with me bar and we can wind that over you see it coming up now, right? Take your time, you can feel it. Take your time, keep watching. You'll watch it coming up. If you're not careful, you will go too far, but you can feel it. That is it. That is at the top dead center. We can take it up now and lock the crank. Now to lock the crank on these, there is a little pin like that you take a little bung out. You screw that in which it goes just behind the dry shaft by there, wherever you can see it. And then once it's screwed in, make sure all the time, whenever you're using timing tools, that everything is tight. And once it's in, we can just grab it and go forward, and that crank is now locked. We can drop it back down now and put the tool in the camshafts. Now this is a tool that locks the camshafts, or holds the camshafts, shall I say. And there is a little O and a little line, and they match up with the little patterns. There's a little dot on that intake and a line on the exhaust, and then that should just slide in a little bit like that. And once that's locked, now we can go ahead and remove the crank bolt. Now I want everybody's take on free floating pulleys. If you don't know what a free floating pulley is, it's got no keyway, so as soon as you undo it, it's just going to turn without any restrictions whatsoever. Now, we had a lad years ago have a bit of a have-a-go hero sort of thing, and he come in and he was like, "Oh, Baz, can I borrow your airline to undo this crank bolt and put a time belt on it?" The mate said, "You've got to lock a crank." "No, I only just want to slacken it off." So he slackened it off, just nipped it back up with a gun, started the car, clack, 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 clack. Bent about 6 valves. So you have to be careful. Have to be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, have a look at technical information. Grab a gun now. 18mm. That crank bolt can come out. Pulley. Oh, crikey. Sometimes they just slide off, and then others you have to give them a little bit of a wiggle. I'm just going to put a little bit of 3M Scotch pad on that before we put it back together, I think. Make sure it goes on nice and smoothly. Now I have got a little plastic cover to undo. Then we can get that belt off, I think. Simple. Simple. I enjoy doing these. Now with that plastic cover off, we can go ahead now and get the tensioner. Get your thumb, if you've got strong thumbs. If not, you have to get a pair of pliers on it. Just push it up and slide that belt off. As simple as that. Right, well, I have made a little bit of progress because we've had lots of little jobs that have come in that I've had to just... Oh, it's been one of them days today, absolutely hectic here. I've gone ahead, put the water pump on with a brand new gasket. Remember, people, no sealant if it's got a gasket. Just put the gasket on. It's as simple as that. And they are all torqued up to 10 Newton meters. Now I need to remove that crank pulley. Now you can see there where the end's a little bit black. Remember when I was pulling the crank pulley off earlier, it was a bit stiff to get off. You have to clean that up now so it should slide on perfectly. We're assembling it back together. Right, so we go ahead now and get this timing belt on. As you can see, I have cleaned that crank down. Now it's nice and shiny down the bottom. Put the pulley back on. And as you can see, that is free floating. It spins, and I think that is brilliant because as long as you've got your crank, your cams and your crank locked up, when you put your tension on the belt, it's going to be perfect every time. Now, we all know by now my preferred belt is Ina Schaffler. You just move the box out of the way and get the belt on. I always like to put the right in between the camshafts. And you go around the crank. Put that belt on there like so. And get the pin. And that now is that belt on. Absolutely simple to do, and I think it's a brilliant idea. Do you see what I mean by putting the right in between the camshafts? I think that's just a little bit of my OCD. I've now gone ahead, we've put the crank bolt on, torqued that up to speckaroonie, and I'm just going to drop the vehicle back down now. I'm going to remove that camshaft locking tool, and then we're going to wind the engine over, put our own mark on the pulley to the timing cover, and we can see saves putting the pins back in. It's just a faff. Right, well, I'm now happy with everything that I've done. Timing marks are all lined up after I've turned the engine over twice. Right, so we just go ahead and get this vehicle put back together. As you've just seen, that car is pretty much all back together now. The customer has requested for us to do an oil and filter, spark plugs, and an air filter as well. And rather than take the vehicle up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, we're going to drop the oil out of it now. I should have done it really when I was doing the timing belt and it all drain out, but never mind. Never mind. One of them in it. Right. Wait for this to drain out. New sump plug, new filter. Drop it down, and we will put some fresh coolant and oil in it. And there we go. Just like that car is all back together. And of course, we've given everything a little bit of a clean. It's all about presentation, because this customer, he's going to go home. He's never going to be able to see what I've done. But at least if he opens the bonnet and it looks clean, something looks as if it's been done. Right, so we go in. We put some fresh oil in it. Fresh coolant. Let's get on the key and give it a big start. So we're not in gear. No engine management lights. Ticking over. Let's put the heaters on. Put them nice and hot. We're going to leave this car ticking over. I think, by the sounds of it, the exhaust's blowing. Oh yeah, the big hole in the back box. Big hole in the back box. Obviously we'll advise the customer about that. And that is it. That's the timing belt water pump. It's had a brand new alternator belt as well, obviously, because at the beginning of the video I cut it off. Fresh coolant, oil and filter. Yeah, and that's ticking over now, like a little single sewing machine. Now I have just slightly overfilled the coolant by about that much, because overnight, sometimes the coolant level can just drop ever so slightly, and a lot of people do panic. Oh, it's the water level's dropped. All it is just finding its own level, so there's nothing to worry about on that. But yeah, I'm more than happy with that. We're going to get the we're going to advise the customer that he needs a back box, and hopefully we'll get the job. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video and you've made it this far, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I will definitely see you on the next video. Take it easy and let's get it sent.